What's up, guys? If you can, please follow us on our new TikTok account. Here is our profile. It's at TENFITMEN. Please go there and follow us. Now enjoy our next video. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another TENFITMEN video, and today I will actually talk to you instead of writing all those comments on the screen, and I just want to try, and I hope you will enjoy it and that you will like it. Maybe it will be a bit easier for you. And as you can see, this is the training that I had with Tennys Sandgren, and this was in Zhuhai in September 2019. And I was really excited about this training, and this is because a couple of days before this training I was watching Tennys and Steve Johnson training, and I was sitting next to the court, and I was really impressed with their attitude and approach to training and how professional they were, and at the same time they were super chill and relaxed. And so this was a time where I was really looking forward to being on court with Tennys Sandgren. And here I came a bit earlier to the court. I brought a box of the balls, and there were some other players finishing their training, their warm-up, and I was getting ready. I got some drinks, and I was putting my wristbands here, and I was feeling that heartbeat, especially playing on this amazing stadium court in Zhuhai at their tennis complex. And here I was just waiting for Tennys any second to come to the court. And I was trying to focus on my breathing, get a bit calm and ready for the practice. I was again super excited to see Sandgren. And here you can see Tennys enter the courts. Here I said hi to him, and it really felt amazing, because he's from America, and most of the guys from US, they're super chill, super relaxed, and I always feel like we're on the same level. We kind of understand each other, and because I lived in the States for 5 years, I played college tennis, and I always feel kind of close to American players. So here we are, stepping on the court, and as always, it's a show time, and these are the first couple of shots I was hitting, and we started kind of slow and easy, relaxed. I was trying to feel the balls. It's always in the first few shots you play with the new balls, you want to get the feel of it and the court. I'm not sure if this was my first time playing on this stadium court, but because I also played here with Roberto Bautista Agusto and Dami Dumkur. So here I want to show you something that I was focusing on my backhand, and that is this racket drop right before the contact, as you can see here, and the strings pointing towards the ground, and then after the contact finishing high with the right elbow, leaving that space with 90 degrees. That's something that I was really focusing on in the months prior to this tournament, and I was really happy the way it was working. So I will also try to show you some other moments during this practice. Unfortunately, you will always see me on this side. And here you can see this point is, when my wrist is behind, and this is called the racket leg. You will see this in some other moments as well, but I will just try to point out some important moments. and here is again that the moment before the backhand contact where you're pointing towards the ground with your racket face, and it's well below the contact point. And as I was saying, unfortunately you will only see me on this side in this training, and because this is how I set the camera, and Tennys, he stayed on the other side the whole time. In general, as I remember this training, it was super smooth, super relaxed. Tennys was like in a great mood, and actually this training I was warming him up for the night match this day, and that was against Andy Murray, and I watched the whole match. It was unbelievable. I want to show you how I was actually recovering here, and this is the split step. As you can notice, it's at the moment of Tennys's contact. I'm already in the air, and then I'm landing towards the ground. So I think this is very important for all of you to understand the timing of the split step. And as I was saying, I was preparing him for a match against Andy Murray, and that was an unbelievable match. They ended up playing 3 sets. Unfortunately, only one winner was there at the end of the match, and that was Andy Murray this time. And you can see here those players, who ended their training, they stayed there and they were watching our training for a while, and that also felt a bit special. I think one of them is Pablo Andujar. And here, again, you can see that racket lag, how I have this position of the racket, and this is what all the pros have. It's necessary to have that whip on the forehand. So it's also something that I worked on, but this has already been like 2 or 3 years. And it's also thanks to all the videos I was doing and doing all the analysis, I managed to change my forehand a bit, which enabled me to play on this high level, on these super fast rallies. Before, I'm not sure I was able to do it. Here another interesting situation I want to show you. The way I made this small adjustment, to get this ball here, as you can see here, I had to make this extra step, and here at the end you can see how I finish the slice, which I always say it's important to counterbalance with your non-dominant arm that goes back behind. And yes, I was saying that the forehand enabled me to get ready for this fast balls, and here you can see the way I was playing this forehand slice. It's very important. I will point out a couple of things here. You will see how I went under the ball, how I sliced it, but I also guided with the racket forward, extended the swing after, and then the recovery step, it's crossover, very important, followed by the big split step, which I also tried to work on, in last couple of months, only by watching all these players, and analyzing their videos. I was trying to simply, replicate their movement, and it's super difficult though. You have to be very fit, and one of the players that I was analyzing a lot their movement is Tsitsipas. Here you can see the players leaving the court, and one of them, he pointed out to the camera, and they discussed something about it. I'm not sure what, I don't understand the language. Anyways, we just continued our training, and you can see it was a lot of rallying from the baseline, and Tennys Sandgren is well known for his aggressive style from the baseline. And here you can see one moment also in my forehand swing, which is when I have the racket pointing to the side fence, and then again dropping that racket well below the contact with the strings, almost parallel to the ground, which enabled me to get this heavy topspin on the low ball. Here we got a little bit faster rhythm, and I was getting more and more relaxed. I was able to get loose and release my swings. And here it's one of the rare slices I hit, so I will talk about it a bit. I don't think this is the ideal slice because of that finish. You see how I kind of open my body. I should be in a more closed stance, more sideways position as you finish it. So I'm also trying to point out some things that I think I can do better. And this one was ridiculous shot, and you can see here in slow motion the ball landed around the baseline, and I managed to hit the slice on this ball, which is really insane. It's super difficult. For this, maybe I got a bit lucky there, but it ended up as a great shot. I managed to keep the ball in play, and that's the main goal. If you're a hitting partner, you just want to keep the rally going. You want to try to hit the same shots every time. You want to give a solid rhythm to the player, because you want them to feel comfortable and in a good rhythm prior to their match. Also, in my case, I try to get every single ball back, no matter how they hit. So I give my best, and I try to focus on my footwork as much as I can. And you can see, in all of these trainings, I get completely wet at the end. It's a real workout for me, even though for them it's just warm up. But also it's in this kind of conditions. Even though it was September, in Juha it was super humid, super hot, and it was very physical. But I still enjoyed it. I loved it so much. Again, this training with Sandgren was very relaxed, very nice, even though it was super intense. Here, one example how you get ready for the low ball. Tennis was hitting some slices, and here again you can see how my racket face gets well below the contact point, which enables me to get the top spin on this two-handed backhand. And it's the similar thing also on the forehand. You will see right here very soon on one of the slices, that Tennis hit, how I get under that ball with the forehand. So right here you will see the preparation steps, and then getting under that ball, and accelerating the swing. And here, amazing drop shot by Sandgren. You can see he was in a good mood. He was doing this kind of trick shots, and every now and then I would check the camera, to see if it's still recording, because I really wanted to have every single moment there recorded, because this kind of experience you want to have forever. And I'm super happy and grateful that I can actually share all this with you. And here you can see Tennis is really starting to rip those forehands, and I believe this is how it looks like when he's ripping them in the match. And another tough ball here by me. As I said, I'm trying to get every single ball back, and this one was a slice on the stretch, and I think the players really appreciate it. I noticed if you give your best and you really try hard to get every ball back, they really appreciate it. But anyways, I just do it because I love the fight. I want to get every ball back. Also in my trainings and in the matches, it's always like fighting for every single ball. Here you can see how Tennis is like ripping those huge forehands, and I can just tell that it's actually quite challenging. When he starts accelerating those forehands and also backhands, like you have to be super ready, super prepared, for every shot. And yeah, it's super fun, super exciting. As I'm watching this training now, as I was doing this editing, like I felt so excited, like I cannot wait to step on the court again, especially on in a bit warmer weather, because here in Shanghai now it's like cold. Here is one of the frames, maybe the only frame I hit that day, so I made this kind of effect with it. I think here we were like almost finishing the part of the training from the baseline, but it was a solid like 10 or 12 minutes of non-stop hitting from the baseline, almost without break. And this is exactly what Tennis needed, to get some feel and to finish with this kind of shot right here. A forehand winner, it always feels great. And as I said, that was the ending of our part of the training from the baseline, and the next up was net play from Tennis. So he came to the net and he started hitting some volleys. But here we're going to wrap up this video. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the part 2. Here is one moment from part 2, and I really love this part of the training. When the player is at the net, I get super fast with the feet, and I feel like I can get every ball back. And Tennis made some hot shots there, and also did some smashes after we did serves and returns. It was so much fun. Hi guys, just want to jump in real quickly here at the end. Thank you so much for watching our videos and for all of your engagement. It really means so much to us. And just want to say, if you really enjoy consuming our content and if you support everything we do and you maybe want to kind of contribute to our TENFITMEN team, you're very welcome to visit our Patreon page, and I will put the link somewhere here, and I will also put it down below in the description. Over there you will see that we have many cool projects and ideas in our minds, and we are really looking forward to it. And then with having you as our wings, we will be able to get there much faster and actually make all this journey closer to you and share all these amazing moments with you. So please go there and check out our page. Once again, thank you so much for watching us and for following, and I'll see you very soon in our next video.